Hey, what's up, guys? Sky here, back once more with another video. Well, a couple days ago, I did my immediate reaction and thoughts to Captain America: Brave New World. It was a pretty short video. I just gave my overall thoughts on on the movie and my initial feelings on it, and now that I've had more time to reflect on it, still the same. Really like the movie, even love it. I think it's definitely one of the better MCU movies post Endgame. Like I said, I put it right up there with the Marvels and Shang-Chi, and way above Thor: Love and Thunder and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which even I don't think necessarily that was a bad movie. Quantumania, at least. Thor: Love and Thunder was just bad. Quantumania was at least enjoyable, but I put Captain America: Brave New World above that for sure. Right up, about the same level as the Marvels. Marvels is probably a little bit more fun. But man, this movie was engaging, had a good mystery, thriller aspect to it, some great action. In my opinion, really solidified Sam as the new Captain America on the big screen. He took up, obviously got the shield at the end of Endgame from Steve Rogers, and then the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV series. He took out the mantle in the finale of that show, but this catapulted him to being Cap on the big screen, which I think did a lot for his character, and I think they did it well. Like I said, the action was great. The story was really engaging with the mystery and the thriller aspect, like I said, and the villain. You find out more about the villains and their goals. The story, the movie just did a great job telling its story. The humor. I think most of the humor landed. You had a little bit. A really serious story, but some bits of humor here and there, just like Marvel's known for, but not too much humor that took away from the seriousness of the movie, which was the biggest mistake of Thor: Love and Thunder. Too much wacky, goofy humor to take the movie seriously. But I think Captain America: Brave New World did a great job balancing everything, and so I love the movie. Definitely one of my top favorites post Endgame for sure, and I can't wait to watch it a couple more times. Definitely going to get it when it comes out on streaming and stuff. So definitely going in my collection one way or another. So overall, I like the movie. But now I want to talk about the post-credit scene. Okay. So actually I want to talk about two things. Now, this will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, you're going to want to tune out now. But the movie's been out a few days, so I'm sure that people have seen spoilers floating around the internet. So first thing I want to address, a scene that I really loved in the movie was the cameo of Bucky Barnes, or the Winter Soldier, or White Wolf as he's now called. I really liked his cameo. It came at a critical moment in the story where Sam needed kind of an uplifting pep talk, or an inspirational, motivational, uplifting thing. And that Bucky is one of his closest friends in the MCU, and so Bucky served that purpose well. Bucky didn't steal the spotlight from Sam in the movie, and I think, a couple things. One, Bucky's going to have a major role in the upcoming movie Thunderbolts, so I think Bucky having a major role in this movie would have taken away from Sam's story. He came in just for this scene to give Sam the boost he needed, and then he was on his way out. So I think they used Bucky right in this movie, and I love the scene between Sam and Bucky in this movie. Man, what a great scene. With a little bit of humor, but it also served the purpose of giving Sam that boost he needed to finish the fight. So I love that scene, keeping that connectivity with the MCU. Have that, like Valkyrie cameoed in the Marvels, Bucky cameoed in Captain America. So keeping that connectivity going. These characters are all part of the same team, right? So I love that aspect of it too. Now the credit scene is the villain, the leader, Samuel Stearns, is ultimately defeated. His plan is defeated. And Sam Wilson goes to visit him in the Raft prison, and Sam, the leader, basically says something to the effect of "They're coming. You better be ready." And he uses the term "the others." So who are these others? What is he talking about that's coming? Obviously something ominous, right? So I'm going to go with the theory that he's talking specifically about Doctor Doom. Now it could be Doctor Doom in one of two senses. He could be talking about Doctor Doom in the sense of a team of evil Avengers, and of the DC obviously, in the Crisis on Two Earths storyline, has the crime syndicate from another Earth that's a parallel version, that's basically a mirror image of the Justice League, except they're evil. And they're not called the same things either. Like, Superman's called Ultraman, and Batman is Owlman, but they're essentially counterparts to the Justice League. They're called the Crime Syndicate, and they're bad guys on this other Earth. So they could be, in that sense, like, on some Earth, the Avengers are... you have an evil group of Avengers led by Doctor Doom, a version of Tony Stark. Instead of going by Iron Man, he goes by Doctor Doom. So it could be Doctor Doom. It could be, in that sense, talking about an evil team of Avengers led by Doctor Doom, or it could just be talking about Doctor Doom and a team of villains in the sense of... What I mean by that is, like, villains of, like, more traditional comic book villains, like Doctor Doom, and you could have a version of Thanos on that team, and Apocalypse, or Ultron, Loki, the more mainstream Marvel villains instead of evil counterparts to the Avengers. I think that's what he could be referring to as well. But either way, I think he's obviously referring to Doctor Doom and his group that's coming. So, because we're not too far away from Avengers Doomsday. We don't have 2 films left till Doomsday. So they got to start setting stuff up. And this was a good planting of the seed that we could see unwrap over the next 2 movies. So that's my theory. So he was talking about Doctor Doom and an evil group of Avengers led by him, or just a group of traditional villains led by Doctor Doom. So either way, I think he was obviously referring to Doctor Doom. So, who I think in this continuity will be a version or variant of Tony Stark. So, on that note, let's break down every Earth that we know of that's involved in this somehow. So, we have the main MCU Earth, which is Earth 616. We have Deadpool's Earth, which is Earth 1005. Sorry, 10005. 3 zeros and a 5. 1005. Those are the only ones I can find numbered. So you have the main MCU Earth is Earth 616. Deadpool's Earth is Earth 10005. And the other ones that are involved that I couldn't find numbers for was had the universe where Monica Rambeau gets trapped at the end of the Marvels. And the X-Men are there because we see Beast, Kelsey Grammer's Beast at the end of the Marvels. And which obviously is alluding to the X-Men. He references Charles, like Charles asked for an update, obviously talking about Charles Xavier, Professor X. So the X-Men obviously exist on that Earth where Monica Rambeau is trapped right now. So you have that one involved. We also have the Earth where the Fantastic Four are going to come from. The upcoming Fantastic Four movie with Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and even Moss Bachrach and Joseph Quinn playing the team. You have the Earth they're coming from. And then you have the Earth where in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, where Doctor Strange and America Chavez went to and met the Illuminati, and then Wanda attacked and killed all of them. And so you have that Earth that's been impacted by all this. And then you have, I kind of condensed this into one, you have all the Earths of Marvel movies that weren't officially part of the MCU until they were brought in via the multiverse. So Wesley Snipes' Blade's Earth, Jennifer Garner's Elektra's Earth, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's Earth, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's Earth. That's 4 I can think of right offhand. Now, X-23, she is currently on Deadpool's Earth with that version of Wolverine and then Deadpool. So that's at least 9 Earths that I can think of that have been linked somehow to this multiverse story. So, and I think we're all going to see it come together in Doomsday. And so that's at least 9 Earths I think of that are going to be involved somehow in this thing, because they've all been planted with seeds. They've all had the seeds planted because they've been involved in these movies. Even if it was just a minor part, like Deadpool and Wolverine, Wesley Snipes' Blade brought into the MCU. Jennifer Garner's Elektra brought into the MCU via Deadpool and Wolverine. X-23 is now part of the MCU. And I really hope Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and the classic costume, the blue, the yellow and the black, and maybe even some blue, part of the MCU. And I'm really hoping that we see the old X-Men cast, because they're still young enough to all come back. Halle Berry as Storm, Famke Jensen as Jean Grey, James Marsden as Cyclops, Kelsey Grammer's Beast, even though it would mostly be CGI now, but he could still do the mocap and the voice and stuff. It would still be Kelsey Grammer's Beast. And maybe even Nightcrawler could come back there. What was his name? The actor that played Nightcrawler in X-Men 2. But he could come back. They could all come back in their classic comic book costumes as the perfect send-off, because we never got to see them in their classic costumes in the old movies. And those actors are all still young enough they could do this one last hurrah in the classic costumes. Oh, it'd be so awesome. So I'm hoping and I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. It started with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine getting his classic comic book costume, and the big event films have Halle Berry, Famke Jensen, James Marsden, Kelsey Grammer, all those guys get their classic comic book costumes. And then, see them in live action on the big screen in their classic comic book costumes. It would be such a missed opportunity if they didn't do that. But I think they're going to do it in these next Avengers movies. So that's what I'm waiting on. Anyway, sorry, I kind of got carried away with excitement there. But I'm so excited for what they're doing. So this is going to be huge, guys. Like, seriously, it's one of the biggest movie events in cinematic history. The amount of characters involved, the scale of the story and the fight. And yes, I cannot wait to see what they're going to do. Anyway, guys, so this is my thoughts on Cat 4. Loved it. Really set the stage for some stuff leading into Doomsday. Can't wait to see how it happens in Thunderbolts. And, of course, Fantastic Four. See them brought into the MCU officially. So, yes, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. Anyway, guys, stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, and peace out.